Alright, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Call Halal Lai, Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi, that's Hebrew. Interpret, bless Yahawah, bless Yahawashi. All praises to the Father Yahawah, in the name of the Son, Yahawashi. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. Salutations to all the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad, teaching His word in sincerity and truth. Shalom. All right, Salaki, I'm a little under the weather. Caught a little cold yesterday, but you know I'm all right. And the title of this lesson is gonna be, you know, like the saying of Bruce Lee: "Be like water. Be like water." Now, why I entitled this show "Be Like Water"? Because, you know, water adapts, okay? It adapts. And while being in this truth, you know, serving Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi, you're going to have downs and ups and downs, merry-go-rounds. You know, it seems like some things always just come around in the season, same old shit. Sometimes you down, you know, feeling like shit, can't wait to get up. Sometimes you up and you rejoicing, you know, but then you know that the down is coming again. So be like water. And it's all temporary, but obviously, you know, that is a hard thing. So the title is "Be Like Water," you know, meaning just to adapt, because things changes. And before I grab scriptures, I want to read here, quick Google search. This is, water changes its phases into a solid called ice. A molecule of water vapor has the same chemical composition, H2O, as a molecule of liquid water or a molecule of ice. So basically, water has three phases. First the gas, liquid, then solid. All right. Now, water, whenever it has to adapt to the environment, it never complains. It never makes excuses. It just do its job. It adapts. You know, it's a gas. It comes from the heavens. It's a liquid. When it comes together, it forms in the molecule of water. Okay. And then it also could become ice because of the cold temperatures. Okay. So gas, liquid, solid. So that's things we want to be. Sometimes we want to be like gas, sometimes we want to be like liquid, and sometimes we want to be what? Solid, strong, you know, as the rock, which is Yahawashi, setting our foundation upon Yahawashi. All right? And let me get this. Ooh, let me okay. Let me get this quick precept that came in mind. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die. A time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, a time to heal. A time to break down, a time to build up. A time to weep, a time to laugh. A time to mourn, a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. All right, I'm gonna jump to 8. It says a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, a time of peace. All right, so to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So with that being said, we have to adapt. You know, seasons change. Things are not the same as it was 10 years ago. You know, brothers are waking up fast than they was 10 years ago. You know, there's so many videos out there that the brothers are doing that the world, you know, is realizing who are the Hebrew Israelites. Esau know exactly who he is. You know, they have intel on us. You know, they did their research. They got the best tech. Well, let's say they got the top technology in the world, and you better believe it. They know who you are. All right, you know. Scriptures say they give a diligent search. You know, say they wiser than Daniel, because they give a diligent search, you know, on the tedious things, the things that you least expect. But the scripture said we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, so we know these things. So we have to what? Be like water. Because also, you know, we know that Jacob's trouble is approaching. We know that the force of the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, okay, despite your YouTubers, that guys that go into this and they say that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, but their philosophy, you know, where I don't know how they get it, where it came from, but it's not coming in scripture, because the scriptures say he cause of all. That's to force someone, okay? And you know, this guy, he's saying that we're not going to be forced. You know, the chip is not going to be forced, but he believes that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Well, it is going to be forced, because the scriptures say he cause of all. Okay, this is simple, man. We have to adapt to the changes in the time that we're living in. All right, and you know, let me get back what I originally had here. I didn't even read these precepts through, so I don't even know where to start. But Lord willing, I hope this lesson will be edifying. Didn't do a lesson yesterday. I was feeling like shit, but today I'm a little better. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's start with this scripture. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, and I start at 1. It says, "Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not." Wait, hold on. Salakia. That's not where I wanted to go. Oh, okay, I was in the right chapter. Salakia. So let's start 2 Corinthians chapter 4. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and 10. It says, "Always bearing about in the body of the dying of the Lord Yahawashi, that the life also of Yahawashi might be made manifest in our body." All right, so we're always bearing about in the in the body. Let me read that again. We always bearing about in the body of the dying of the Lord, because if the Lord had to suffer, that means we also had to suffer. And also, if when the Lord, you know, make his second return, you know, and receive glory, we're gonna receive that glory. So it says, "Always bearing about in the body of the dying of the Lord Yahawashi, that the life also of Yahawashi might be made manifest in our body. For we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahawashi's sake, that the life also of Yahawashi might be made manifest in our mortal flesh." So this is the reasons why we have to suffer. This is your down. Okay, you know, you get your downs, you get your ups, you know, but we kind of tend to remember more the downs because it's suffering. You know, when you rejoice, it's really a moment. You know, it's really a moment, man. So it says, "For we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahawashi's sake," because those are the prophets. You know, every time the prophets come into earth, they're going to prophesy. They're going to speak the ways of the Lord, and the ways of the Lord is not the ways of man. Okay, and especially by a wicked ruler. So it says, and what that prophet is doing is speaking against the society in which it is. You know, so it says that the life also of Yahawashi might be made manifest in our mortal flesh, because we're going to receive new bodies. You know, I can't wait for that, man. It's one of the things I pray for all the time. You know, to be the elect and receive that new body, because the new body is going to be perfect, man. Never being sick, never dying. Can you imagine? That's why the scriptures say, "No eye nor ear have heard," man. Because can you really imagine that? You know, to someone that has no faith, they go, "Man, that'll never happen." But meanwhile, Esau, he's planning on ways with microchips and other devices on how to live forever, you know, taking all these vitamins and shit. One guy, I don't know his name, but it was a couple of years ago, he was on he was at one of those seminars, and he was speaking to the people, and he was saying that how he said he would never die because he was taking all these damn vitamins, you know, for every organ, everything to deal with the body. Like the Most High don't belong to issue of death. That's just the pride of man, the pride of Esau, man. All right? But the Lord is going to give us new bodies when Yahawashi return. All right? So it says, verse 12, so then death worketh in us, but life in you. Because we're out teaching this truth. We're here to wake up the elect. You know, we're the ones that's standing up against the evildoers, man. We're the ones that's the witness of Yahawashi and suffering to teach this word. All right, it says, we have the same spirit of faith according as it is written, I believe and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak, knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahawashi shall raise up us also by Yahawashi, and shall present us with you. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of Yahawah. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. All right? The inward man, the spirit, is renewed day by day, man. And if the, Lord didn't do that, we'll be swallowed up. You know? We need the Lord to refresh our spirits. Our spirits are tainted every day. You know, you're seeing wickedness every day. You know, you're around it. You know, it's next to you. You know, it wants to touch you. It really wants you to commit the act of sin. You know, and we do sin, but not willingly. You know, so our bodies are programmed, you know, to die. You know, Paul made mention about how we're going to defeat the sting of death. Hey, when you sick, you at the verge of dying, man. Think about it, being sick, man. You know, your body is healing itself, but is at its weakest point. You know, and it just shows you how it's a war within the body too, because our bodies is fighting off cancer every day. You know, that's why it's important to eat some sort of good food and stay on some sort of good health, than to just, you know, wilding the fuck out. You know, being a gluttonous. You know, that's not cool. You know, you're gonna earn a lot of infirmities, man. You know, so it's best to take care of the body. All right, so through all these situations, we gotta what? Be like water. Learn how to adapt. When it get cold, we have to learn how to adapt. Gotta put a hat on your head. I think that's my mistake. You know, you gotta dress warm. When it's warm, you want to take clothes off. You know, so you just gotta be able to adapt situations. Whenever, you know, you're going through something financially, it's the same thing. You gotta learn how to adapt. You know, it's hard. It's easier said than done. But you got to be like water. Be like Yahawashi. Yahawashi is the water, because we're teaching the water, his word. All right, so this is verse 16. For which cause we faint not. All right, because we don't faint in this work. All right, the middlemen of the Lord, the elect, they're not going to faint. They're going to teach this word all the way to the end, till the Lord shut them up. You know, because it was the Lord that got them to start speaking. So it's only right for the Lord to shut them up, and then judgment come in. So it says, for which cause we faint not. But though our outward man perish, the body, the flesh, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceedingly and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So even looking at the flesh, looking at someone today, guess what? It's all temporary. You know, all temporary, man. That's why we got to learn to live, for Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi entirely, man. You know, and enjoy the small moments that you have, because everything can just, you know, and it's our job, because we faint not, as the scriptures say, which is in teaching this word. enduring it to the end. Like Paul said, finishing the course. You know, we gotta adapt. So let me read that one more time at the end. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. Because we don't look at the things in which man see. You know, he see carnal. He see flesh. You know, we see spirit. You know, I read spirits all the time, man. And I don't mean, you know, by saying that we doing rituals and things of that nature. No. You judging a man according to his spirit, according to his mindset, the way that he's acting, the way that she's acting, the way that he comes off, the way that she comes off, you know, her actions. You know, you can look at a person and tell them they ain't right. You know, you see darkness in their eyes, man. You know, you can see a whore from a mile away, a harlot. You can see a nigga same way, man. Or you can see the righteous in someone. You can see the honest sincereness inside someone as well. You know, they just don't know what it is to do right, but they have a right spirit in them. You know. So it says, but the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things that are not seen are eternal. Okay, what is not seen is eternal, the spirit. And what you fail to realize is that the spirit always lives. That's why today we're in this God-forsaken wicked kingdom called America, really Babylon the Great, or spiritually Sodom and Egypt. You know, the same spirits that was back in the ancient times in Babylon, you know, Media Persian Empire, the Greeks, the Romans, you know, all that same wicked deities, man, and demons, man, are back here today all in one on this place. You know, but people, y'all don't see it, you know. They don't know what we talking about. They just think we just talking, man. You know, you gotta understand where witchcrafts come from, when these different gods come from, man. You gotta go back to the origin. This is why we tell you folks, well, we say to the elect, you know, because we're out there to warn. We tell you, stop worshiping these pagan holidays. Right now, we're in the season of in which Esau calls Halloween, man. You know, some satanic worship, man. You know, dressing up in a costume, dressing your child up, you know, in a costume. Hey, may the Most High kill 2/3, man, for participating. Because if what Proverbs say, how long will ye love simplicity, man? You know, enough is enough. And you guys gonna realize that the Lord, you know, is that we're made in his image. All right, you know, he has an emotion. He gets mad, he hates, he you know, hey, but the Most High is gonna put an end. Okay, he's gonna put an end to all the misery and all your wicked wickedness, man. It's like it. With all your wickedness, man. You know, it's gonna be an end, man. You know, it's gonna be enough's enough. What the hell is going on? There's gonna be enough is enough. All right. All right. It says, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Exactly. All right. It's the Lord that liveth forever, and he ruleth in the kingdom of men, man. You know, it's our job to be like water. Now, this is 2 Timothy chapter 2, and I'll start at 1. It says, thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Yahawashi Mashiach, and the things that which has heard, and the things which thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach all others also. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach. You know, how do you know, endure hardness? You become solid, man, in the truth. You know, the scriptures say, make thou call it, give diligence to make thou calling and election sure. You know, we don't know if we the elect, but we sure hope we are. You know, we sure pray that we is. You know, we give diligence, you know, to make that calling and election sure. All right, so we gotta adapt, be like water, man. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. So we're not entangled inside this world. We're not even tempted to go back into the world, man. Our problem now is Satan. You know, he just knows how to, you know, knock you off course from what you're doing. And you're fighting to get back on course in the way that you like, in the way that you strive for the Lord. You know, we all got different lots. But being tempted, you know, well, I can't speak for others, but, you know, it's myself. You know, the Lord, you know, gave each brother a strong spirit in their way, a different measure of faith, you know. And it's scary because at any time, Satan, you know, you can be tempted. Or the ultimate temptation is going to come with the RFID microchip, with the mark of the beast. You know, so it's going to be one great temptation Satan is going to do at the very end, man. All right, but hopefully, hey, the scripture say in Revelations 3:10, if we have kept the Lord patience, he will keep us from the hour of temptation, man. So overall, the elect is going to get the hell up out of here, man. And that's beautiful. All right, whoever the elect is, that is beautiful, you know, because I know, hey, you know, God forbid, you know, that I fall away. But at least I know that the kingdom is coming regardless. The kingdom is coming regardless, man, because there's men that is the elect, you know, and I just hope to be a part of them, you know, part of that, you know. So verse 5, and if a man also strive for mastery, yet he is not crowned, except he strive lawfully. All right, it says the husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits, meaning the first fruits, the elect. Consider what I say, and the Lord give thee understanding in all things. And that's what the Lord have given us. This is why a lot of you guys are mad at us. You hate GreatMillStone. You hate GreatMillStone, man. Because you know the Lord have gave us understanding in all things. You know, they mad, man. They hate the apostles, man. They hate the elders, man. You know, people wish, you know, the worst. But instead, hey, the Lord have gave all understanding to certain men, and that's the elect. And you're gonna be really mad at, man, mad at the Lord. It says, remember that Yahawashi Mashiach, the seed of David, was raised from the dead according to my gospel, wherein I suffered trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds. But the word of the Most High is not bound. All right, it says, therefore, I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahawashi Mashiach with eternal glory. You know, and that's it, man. You know, the title of this show is to be like water. It's our job to endure all things. Remember, the seasons always change, and we always go through downs and ups and downs and merry-go-rounds, man. You know. Real. So I hope this lesson was edifying. Salakia for my I'm a little under the weather, but still hope to do this work going to the end, man. And I hope you guys were edified. Be like water. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise to BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Qadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. Salutations to all the Lord's over